Hi there. This video is the fourth of a series dedicated to my book Blockchain plus Antitrust, the Decentralization Formula. You can access all the chapters following the link in the description. Today, I would like to discuss the meaning and implication of blockchain decentralization. Let me start outside blockchain with a definition of what is decentralization. Decentralization measures the autonomy enjoyed by a given subject in defining its competence. Put differently, in defining what it can decide for itself. To be concrete, you are part of a centralized ecosystem when you can take action only if another person has granted you the right to do so. If, on the contrary, you can decide without being formally granted the right to do so, you are part of a decentralized ecosystem. Evidently, almost no system is fully centralized or decentralized, but I will return to this idea. Now, it appears that the virtues of decentralizations have been debated for centuries. Two of those are generally recognized. First, decentralized ecosystems are democratic in nature. The absence of a strong central authority makes exclusion more difficult. Of course, the majority can be tyrannic toward the minority, but this is deemed more acceptable than the tyranny of the minority. Second, decentralized ecosystems are more flexible. Decentralized ecosystems allow for a more informed decision-making than centralized ecosystems because they empower individuals to protect their own interests. And also, the impact of bad decisions is lower in decentralized ecosystems than centralized ones, as in theory, they tend to affect only those who have taken the decision. Now, one may favor decentralization over centralization as a matter of principle, but we must address the elephant in the room. Decentralization toward which objective? Decentralization for what? When it comes to blockchain, decentralization is solutionist. It is seen as a way to achieve more efficiency. To quote Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin requires minimal structure, but it stays robust. In the Ethereum white paper, it is said that only 2 lines of code can give rise to a different set of trade-offs that we believe will be very useful for a large class of decentralized applications. Again, decentralization rhymes with efficiency. So one question remains. How? How do blockchain ecosystems achieve and ensure the decentralization of transactions? Well, answering this question requires entering blockchain architecture and understanding how the different layers interact. Sometimes, decentralizing one layer does not impact the others. Some other times, decentralizing one layer immediately decentralizes another one or immediately centralizes another one. The relationship is complex. This is what I call complex decentralization. It requires understanding causal relationships and measuring decentralization over time. Okay, let's enter blockchain ecosystems. The first level is the real space. If you control internet tangible architecture, you control everything digital. The second level is the internet. Here again, if you control transmission control protocol and the internet protocol, you control the use made of it. The third level is the blockchain layer, or put differently, the ledger, the database. If the blockchain is public, anyone can see it and make decisions on that basis. The system is decentralized. If the blockchain is private, only selected users can. The system is more centralized. The fourth level is the blockchain infrastructure. I refer to this level as the blockchain constitutional level. This level comprises the blockchain core code that runs on top of the third layer. That code defines, amongst other things, how to use the blockchain, how to enter new transactions and validate them. This fourth level also contains what is often referred to as the layer 2, meaning technical solutions increasing blockchain scalability, such as Bitcoin Lightning. It defines if a blockchain is permissionless, meaning that anyone can validate transactions, or permissioned if only selected users can. The fifth level is the blockchain governance mechanism. It results from all the constraints imposed on blockchain participants when they interact among themselves. We will explore that together in the forthcoming video. Let me just say for now that, contrary to popular belief, the link between this level and the sixth level, blockchain applications, is not necessarily strong. For example, the centralization of blockchain miners does not rhyme with the centralization of blockchain uses. It means that one cannot say that a blockchain is centralized or decentralized simply because that level is centralized. This is too simplistic in the absence of causal relationship with that level and the other ones. The fixed level is comprised of blockchain applications. As I've explained, 3 types of applications can be distinguished: cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, and the decentralization version of any kind of program a computer can run. The 7th level is comprised of blockchain users. Its degree of decentralization depends on concepts that will be familiar to antitrust-savvy readers, such as network effects, lock-in, and switching costs. Please note that ensuring the 7th level decentralization is not the goal of blockchain or antitrust law. Should a better blockchain application prove more useful or better designed than others, all users will benefit from it. It will create a network effect, increasing the utility that can derive from the application. In a nutshell, decentralization is a multi-level and dynamic concept that defines one's ability to choose its own sphere of actions. Following the Darwinian perspective we have explored together in a previous video, maintaining decentralization appears central to blockchain survival. We will explore how far we can push this logic in a forthcoming video. Alright, that is all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else too. Cheers.